Hi everybody. So today I'm going to show you how to do a switchover of a primary database to a physical standby. So now just to show you about the configuration that we'll be using here, I have a primary database and I have configured two physical standbys. So for your consideration, this is my primary database and this is my one of the physical standby that is configured in maximum performance mode, and this one is configured in maximum availability mode. So let's go on, execute a SQL which shows us the database role and the protection mode. Okay, so as I said, this is a physical standby with maximum availability protection mode. This one is with the maximum performance mode, and this is my primary database. Okay, so now moving further, I will show you the configuration, exact configuration which I've used for these two physical standbys. So let me run a very simple SQL here. You'll see that I have two physical standby databases, STBDB1 and STBDB2. So as I showed you earlier, one is configured with protection mode maximum performance and the other one is using maximum availability here. And this column will tell you if they're synchronized or not. Yes, they're synchronized. So just to go ahead and check whether they are really synchronized. Okay, so the maximum sequence generated on the primary is 216. So let me see what maximum sequence is applied. If you see here, sequence 216 is applied on the database with performance mode maximum performance. Sorry, the protection mode is maximum performance, and with the maximum availability to it is already 216 is applied. So why it is 216 is applied, and because I'm using a real-time apply recovery. Okay, so very quickly let me show you. I'll switch the log file. Okay, now if you'll see, this is 217 sequence is generated and I'm expecting 217 should be applied. Okay, taking some time. Okay, if you see here, it's applied. Okay, I see the status here. Completed archiving thread 1 sequence 217 media recovery log. Okay, so that means it is now applied, and if I see here, no, it's not yet applied. It's not showing it's applied yet. Okay, I checked, there was little lag, but now it is getting resolved. So let me show you again. I'll again switch the log file. Okay, so the maximum sequence is 220. And I should see here 220 is applied, so that's actually fine. Earlier there was some little bit lag, now it's resolved, it's getting resolved easily. So now, as we've seen before also, I'll try to run again this SQL. Okay, so both the environments physical standbys are in sync with my primary database. So this is a good time and to start initiating the pre-checks to do switchover. So let's do a simple command, switchover underscore status from the $database. Okay, so now if we see here two standby, that means my primary database is ready for the switchover process. So that's it. Let's start and initiate our switchover process. So before I run this command, I would start alert log tail for the primary as well as for the standby. So that would show us in fact a good amount of data that goes through our eyes, which will see what actually does happen when Oracle initiates switchover from primary to standby. So that's for my primary side, and this one would be for my standby. So this would be, here you would see 3 windows. This is the primary window, primary database window, where I'll initiate the switchover, and this is the alert log and for the primary, of course, and this one is the alert log for the standby, just for you guys to see what exactly does happen when I initiate the switchover. So I'm starting it now. Just pay attention to the alert log files of both the windows. So there is some problem here. Okay, so this actually not a problem, it's my mistake. It's alter database commit to switchover to physical standby. Remember what we've seen here, switchover status. So it's to standby, and it was my mistake. I'm really sorry. Alter database commit to switchover to physical standby with session shut down. So let's see how it goes now. So let's see here. Okay, it is archiving for the sake of end of redo record, and once we'll see the end EOR is applied on the standby and MRP would get shut down. Okay, now it's trying to stop the archives here on the primary. You see here on the standby, EOR data has been marked, EOR data has been applied, and the MRP is down. So MRP on the standby is down now, and on the primary our switchover command is finished. Yes, it is. Okay, now in order to complete the switchover, what we need to do is, let me open another window. So that was our original standby. Now we need to initiate complete the switchover process. Sessions active. Okay, no problem. Okay, that it. So now you'll see it's mounted. I need to just open it. So now the standby is in the primary role now. See here, database role is primary. Okay, the standby now is primary. Okay, now let's go to the original primary and let's complete the switchover here also. It's not mounted. Okay, let's wait. There's no rush. So let it mount. Now it is mounted. Now I'll initiate the recovery. Okay, so I guess it's done, and let me do quick checks. Okay, my primary database is mounted. It's now standby. So this would be my primary, as we've seen here. So now it's done, and let us do quick check. I switched the log file. Okay, so 228 is applied and the maximum sequence was 228. So that's it, I guess it's working out. And let me see here also, it's 223. I guess it will catch up. Yeah, as we've seen earlier, there was some delay. Okay, so it's actually catching up. You'll see here 2 to 9. Yeah. So that's it, we're done. So this was a simple test of switchover.